Vasily Lomachenko is a hero, and it's modern boxing fans' fault. Do not complain. Let's talk.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. Woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, they walk a drink, blood trains out, full moon, motherfucker. Change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the.
Drew Titan Bros. Hold deck. Shout out to Mighty LDBC. Just reading this article about Vasily Lomachenko. I'll put the link in the description if you care to read it yourself. I find it very interesting. They don't know if he's going to continue his career or not. I think he will under the right circumstances. But regardless of what he does, there are certain things that they won't call him that are reserved for other fighters. Okay. It asks the question, will Vasily Lomachenko fight again? Money is not the motivation. You know why they put money out there? They're clearly talking about Tank Davis. Now, interesting. In this last, we're dealing with a lot of monkey business, pun intended, because, you know, this kid is the big ape, right? But the big ape couldn't secure a deal with a guy that's been chasing him for about 5 years, in Vasily Lomachenko, which is why people are not holding him to task. They're saying, man, you know, he was trying to fight you for 4 years. Now he's knocking on 37. And now you want to fight him? No. His fan base would rather not see an old Vasily Lomachenko in the ring with a younger Tank Davis, right? Because potentially he might not only lose, but he might get like slept really bad. So they're okay with their hero not getting into this ring. They're okay with that, which is the problem with boxing in itself. You don't want to see the fighter that you support so strongly in a dangerous fight so he can prove that he's the best in the world or better than his contemporary. I'd say just retire if that's the case. If you're not going to fight your contemporary, just retire. But, you know, this is Vasily Lomachenko. He's going to have a bunch of options. He could come back and fight Frank Martin off of a KO loss, and it would sell. They wouldn't put it on pay-per-view. He can come back and fight Shakur Stevenson. That would sell. He can come back. He pretty much could rematch Devin Haney. That would sell. He can come back and do whatever he wants because no one's holding him accountable for what he just did. If he was signed to fight Tank Davis, it's a possibility that there wouldn't be an issue with the venue. Possibly. There might be something like deeper because I think, well, it might be deeper than that because I don't think PBC has the money that people thought they have. I mean, I don't understand where they found the $200+ million to give to Canelo up front, but they didn't have the $200 million to give Tank Davis that they told us they gave him. So I don't know what's going on in Jumanji. I don't know. But I'm just watching this unfold. But back to Lomachenko. They're not holding him accountable for anything. They're wondering, do you fight Tank Davis next year or whatever? You know, he has a birthday in February. He's going to turn 37. You know, look, man, this guy has so much privilege. They erased losses on ESPN. You remember? They erased the loss off his record. Y'all remember this? 14-0 with 10 knockouts. Remember that? And I'm looking at that and I'm scratching my head like, wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. I watched when he lost to Orlando Salido. Did they overturn that? I went to BoxRec during this broadcast. I went to BoxRec and I said, no, we're still there. I thought it was like maybe it was a no contest. Maybe they found something, drugs or something. Nothing. It's right there on BoxRec. I said, why? And this is the first time they did it. They did it another time after that. I said, they're really trying to bamboozle the audience. I mean, privilege isn't the word with this fella. And you see, this is why I don't like dealing with him. Did I say Lomachenko can't fight? No, I didn't say that. I didn't say he's trash in the ring. I'm not going to degrade his style of fight. He's actually fun to watch. But he has something called privilege rolled out for him. And this is what I was telling you guys before. You see, you modern boxing fans, you inadvertently caused the demise of the business. So much to the fact that Turkey Al-Sheikh has to come in and show you how it's done, and he has real money. And you have Dana White entertaining, getting into the business of boxing. You guys can scream and holler about that all you want, but you have enabled this because Tank Davis told you, I'm fighting Lamont Roach, who's a champion at 130 pounds. And I'm going to do it, and you're going to like it. And now you turn around and have no venue. You tried to get Lomachenko, and we don't know what happened with that. But it says here in this article, money's not the motivation. In other words, he has his money. All right? He also has a better resume than Tank Davis at 135. He got a knockout win against George Kambosos, who became unified by beating Teofimo Lopez. And now, right now, Tank is chasing Lomachenko, and Lomachenko's not being held to the standard, and Teofimo is calling you out your name. So you can go to a division south to fight Lamont Roach, or not fight him, because that fight's not happening right now, but you can't go up 5 pounds to a division where you were before to beat on the guy that called you out and was very racist and disrespectful while doing it in Teofimo Lopez. But T already beat Lomachenko. You see, at 135, it's not looking good for Tank. And now you can't even get a venue? Are you the face of boxing? I think not. But back to Lomachenko. It says here, there's absolutely no way to know what he'll do. If you ask me right now, they're talking to Bob Arum. I'd say I don't know. So Bob don't know what he's doing. Aegis Clemus doesn't know what he's doing. You know, he said it hasn't been made yet. That's what Clemus said. They still talking about the Ukraine being a war zone. He's talking about going back to take care of his war duties in the army. So this guy's being praised as a hero. And Tank Davis, whether he does that or not, no one's going to hold him to task. You understand? And when we talk about the differences between certain fighters, case in point, Ryan Garcia could go on this world tour while smoking marijuana, but Keyshawn Davis was suspended for it. And now I saw another article where in Vegas, I believe, marijuana, you could, when they're doing the testing, if marijuana pops up, you're good there. So this is where we at with this. So when we tell you about privilege and things of that nature, you want to call us racist and everything else? Explain this thing. There's more videos about Devin Haney talking to Andre Ward and what Devin Haney's doing next, and then Devin, and y'all just forgot about Lomachenko? They will put Lomachenko in the Hall of Fame way before Tank Davis. Do they consider seat sales and pay-per-view numbers? They consider that in the Hall of Fame? They might down the road, but as it stands right now, I don't think they do. Could be wrong. You let me know in the comments section. But I don't think so. He's supposed to be in the ring with Tank Davis. And I'm saying that they would have made a stronger case for the Toyota Center if Vasily Lomachenko agreed to fight him. The Toyota Center, it looks like, hey, man, we ain't going to make no money with Lamont Roach. I don't care who you put on that undercard. Come back when you have a real opponent. We know we can get a return on our investment. And then I'm hearing they ain't even got enough money to pay Tank to walk to the ring. What happened to that 200 mil or whatever it was? And I'm saying that Lomachenko does not have these problems. He's chilling off of a duck. He's chilling. And these Tank fans are running around pointing the finger. It's Devin, it's Bill, it's Shakur, and Loma's chilling with 3 losses. Tank undefeated. Please, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Even Canelo got losses. So Canelo got his money. He's chilling. Lomachenko, duck Tank, ain't being held to no standard. Tank he ain't got no place to have his next event, and we don't know what's going on with his bank account. If y'all are into that sort of thing. Because I thought he had his bread. I didn't know that money was an issue. It says here in the article, he settled for long shot junior lightweight champion Lamont Roach instead of a pay-per-view bout that will move off his originally discussed December 14th spot in Houston, according to multiple sources who say fan disinterest is one of the reasons for the shift. Exactly. Ain't nobody gonna pay for this. I mean, this is some repugnant stuff right here, man. So it looks like if Vasily Lomachenko decides to retire, they're cool with it, and nobody's gonna make any noise. Yo, you duck Tank, because you know what they can always say? He was chasing him for about 4 to 5 years, and Tank ignored him. In fact, when Floyd was asked, "Are y'all fighting Loma?" Y'all remember what Floyd said? Check my channel. He said, it's time for us to move right now. We're going to say this now. We're not ducking or dodging, but Loma needs to fight right now because he's old. He has to fight right now. Basically, he was saying, me and Tank, we're taking our time. Loma got to make moves because he's old. And then he started talking about, yeah, we're going to go put Tank, we're going to get him the 9-figure paydays. Well, here we are. 4 years later, here we are. Tank got the bread. Tank called him out. He's like, nah, I was ready 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I'll holler at you if I'm ready. And nobody's saying anything. So you dig up Lamont Roach. You could have went to Shakur. You could have went to, matter of fact, you tried to go to El Rayo. El Rayo said, no, we're a champion 140. Come up to fight us. So now he's rematching Isak Cruz. And by the way, he tried to fight Isak Cruz in a rematch after you beat him already for that belt. I think it was a WBC belt. El Rayo beat him. You reached out to El Rayo, tried to drain him. He said, we're not draining. So that fight didn't happen. Devin Haney didn't have no work. Now he's in negotiations, I think, with Jack Catterall. Don't quote me on that. So now that fight's in the garbage. Teofimo Lopez done called you out your name. You haven't even responded to him. You could talk to everybody else. That fight's not happening. But you're trying to shove Lamont Roach in your fans' face, and you found out that the support of the DMV is not enough to secure the Toyota Center. Because they feel they're not going to get a return on their investment. Now, if y'all know something I don't know, tell me. Don't give me no nonsense, though. Please, don't do that. Don't even waste your time. Because we know that there's no fight on December 4th. And y'all can get mad at me, you can get mad at 78 and Blue Blood and the entire LDBC. You can get mad at us. I know there's no fight for us to talk about on December 15th. I was not going to pay for it. But I was going to watch it somewhere else and talk about the outcome because this is a boxing channel. I was just going to talk about what happened. That's it. Whether he won or lost. I was going to talk about what happened. Now there's nothing for me to talk about December 15th. I'll talk about something else. And guess what? The undercard, now they have nowhere to go. Andrade and Jamal Charlo, right? Remember that? Nothing. So this man's not being held to any standards. Now we're looking at Tank like, yo, face of boxing, what happened? What's good? So if y'all can stand in the pocket and defend this crap, feel free. But I'm looking at it and I'm just violently shaking my head. It's disgusting. But this is the atmosphere that y'all created. And I'm talking about the modern boxing fans who's equivalent, and that's not a flex. I compare modern boxing fans to modern women. Modern women want everything and don't want to do anything. You modern boxing fans want your fighter, you want him to have all the money in the world, all the fame in the world, and have these great records, but you don't want to see him challenge himself. And you know that there's several contemporaries. The man has 6 fights, and then we find out, not for nothing, that Lamont Roach, because he did an interview, Lamont Roach said, I was always in the Tank Davis sweepstakes. So that means at some point we was going to get him anyway. You see? That's how Tank treats y'all guys. But it is what it is, right? Y'all like being treated like this. Y'all like battered spouses. Why you keep going back? I love him. Okay. But love ain't enough. He can't cook the dinner. He can't eat the dinner because you ain't cooked no dinner. because you have no house with a kitchen for you to cook it in. Shout out to the Toyota Center for standing on business. And I guess we could shout out Vasily Lomachenko because he's a hero, right? Man, this is y'all fault. Don't complain, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!